Hello everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. My name's Tracy, and in this video I'm going to show you how I'm going to do the edge into my blanket. It's grown, as you can see, quite massively. I have run out of yarn. Excuse me. I did say in my video that I had 4 in between my colours, but I actually have 5 rows. I forgot, I didn't really count them properly. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 rows in between my colours. It doesn't matter how many you do. But on this last row, I only had enough yarn to do 4. So with the last bit, I did a whole row all the way around the outside of half treble UK terms or half double in the US. So I'll show you exactly how much yarn I had left over from that. So I wouldn't have been able to do anything else. It just wasn't enough there. And considering I had 2 massive balls of that yarn, that is quite a lot of yarn to be used on that one blanket. So I have, if you remember to the very beginning, this was the colour that I did my very first coloured patch with. So I've got enough of this yarn to finish. So I think if I started with it and I end with it, it will kind of tie in nicely. So this is where I ended off. And as I say, it was just a row of half trebles or half doubles in the US. And I did 3 stitches in each corner and 1 in each around, joined with a slip stitch. So that was just a very straightforward round of half trebles. So now I don't want to join there because I've already got a tail to contend with in that end. So I'm going to join in the very corner stitch. There's the first one, there's the second one, and there's the third one of my corner. So I'm going to just join my yarn into that middle. And I'm going to get my yarn out, and bear with me a second. I just want to do a very simple border on this. I've got quite a bit of it, so I might go round more than once, but I'm just going to join with a, don't need to leave too much tail, join with a little knot, and then insert my hook back into that stitch, and I'm going to do a chain. So now I'm joined. Now all I'm going to do at this stage is go around the whole blanket with a row of double crochet in UK terms, which is a single crochet in the US. And this being my corner, I want to do 3. So I just put my yarn in and grab a loop. So I've got 2, yarn over, pull through 2, insert, grab the yarn and pull through 2, and that's another one. So that's my third one in that same stitch. So that's my corner sorted. So now I'm just going to do 1 in each stitch around. So I'm going to work over this tail for a while, and I'm just going to do that all the way around until I get back to where I've started. So I shall pause the video shortly once you've got the gist of this, and I can show you what it looks like, and I will meet you at my next corner just to reiterate the corner with you. But as you can see, it just adds a little bit more to the actual border. Now I've worked over my tail. Just bear with me a second. I've got a squeaky hook and it's driving me a little mad. There we are, wiped it off. So yeah, it's just 1 in each, all the way around. I absolutely loved the colours in this variegated yarn, and I did try to get some more. I didn't buy it, it was sent to me by Kit in our yarn swap recently, and so obviously it's not a one I can get in this country. But I did look online. I thought I'd get some more and make my blanket bigger, but I wasn't able to get it. I think it came from AC Moore, according to the internet, which obviously shut down. So there was not any chance of me getting any more, sadly. So I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to go all the way around the blanket, but I'm going to pause it in a second when I get to the corner and just show you once again how we go round. Okay, so excuse me, I'm almost at the end. So I'm just going to carry on at the moment and go round until I get to the middle. So once again, looking in my corner, this one, there's the first, the second and the third. So I'm going to go into that one there, and then do my 3 in this one. I'm going to work over the tail now, as you can see, and then I'm just going to carry on, pull out some more yarn and go all the way around this blanket, putting 3 in the corners and 1 in every stitch around, and work over any tails as far as I can anyway. I always like to not work over them completely if I can help it, unless I forget what I'm doing, and leave myself enough yarn just to sew back the other way so that they don't want to pop out again at some point when you're using it. I have got quite a few tails to sew in on this this blanket as well, so any that I can minimise is a bonus, really. So just going to carry on all the way round now, and I will pause the video and I'll meet up with you again once I make it all the way back to the start. Okay, so I'm almost all the way around, got a little way to go, and what I intend to do is, as you can see, it's just a small little edge. I'm going to do another round exactly the same when I get to my join, and make my border a little. Once I've done that one, I will assess as whether that's big enough for what I want to do. Okay, so now I'm back at the start. I'm just going to slip stitch into my first stitch, which is that one, and I'm going to do a chain, and I'm going to do 3 into the corner and go all the way around again and do 3 into all of the corners. And looking at it, two rounds should be more than enough. Just want to make it a little bit bolder with that colour, as it's a new colour. So carry on going all the way around, doing a second round and doing 3 in the corners. I'm going to pause the video then, and I will catch up with you once I've been all the way around. I'm almost all the way round with my my double crochet in, well, UK term and single US. So now all I have to do is slip stitch to my first one, and now I'm going to do another little border. So I'm not really a fan of great big scallopy borders. Sometimes I like the idea of a nice little gentle one. So I come up with this this sort of edging, and bear with me, it does look kind of nice, even though it is a scallop edge. So in this next stitch here, I'm going to do 5 double crochet. That's the UK double crochet, so that's single. So that's 3, 4, 5. Some blankets look nice with a big thick border and some don't. So then I'm going to skip one and slip stitch into the next stitch, and that's made a curve. So in this next one, I'm going to do 5 again. And then I'm going to skip that one, sorry, and slip stitch into the next. And it just makes this gentle kind of slope sort of thing. What's the word? Scallop, I guess. So then in the next one, 5. Stops it from being a very tall border, but at the same time I think it's just like quite interesting. Skip that one, slip stitch into the next one. You see, I think it looks kind of nice. I like the way this bit looks at the front because of the small stitch. 5 in the next one. Skip one and slip stitch. And then just as I did it here with the corner, you just do the same thing around the corner. It doesn't matter anymore about doing 3 in the corners, etc. You just carry on into the next stitch all the time and do that all the way round. Carry on with your 5. It still gives her like a scallop edge, but it's not quite as defined as if you were doing the large treble crochet or single crochet. I don't even think this has got a name, it's just something I do. So maybe we'll have to think of a name for it if it doesn't have a name. Perhaps you could give me some examples in the bottom of what you think it ought to be called if it hasn't already got a name. But that's what it looks like. So just go all the way around the blanket doing that. You can, if you have a favourite border that you want to put on your blanket, then by all means do. But I just wanted to show you an alternative one. So it's in your next one that you've slip stitched from, you do your 5. Miss one, miss that next one, and a slip stitch. Just carry on all the way around. So I'm going to pause the video then, and I will catch up with you when I get back to the start. You don't really need to see anything different over the corner. As I said, you just carry on, just count the stitches as normal, and it will just go round that corner. So that's lovely. So I will see you then. If you haven't already, by the way, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and you'll be informed when there are new videos, etc. And I'm just going to carry on now, and I shall catch up with you when I get to the back to the start. Okay, so I'm almost back. Just got a few more to do. I am pretty sure that this does not have a name. So what I might do is, if anybody knows what it is, please put it in the description box, you know, the comment box. But I'm absolutely sure that it doesn't. And if it doesn't, then I might do a border naming competition. Remember, like I did the stitch naming competition, those of you that have been with me for a while, just going to slip stitch into my last one there. And all I've got to do now is end off, leave a nice long tail. Now, if that hadn't have worked out, I would have just buried that extra stitch somewhere. I would have gone back and did an extra one or something, you know, like kind of slip stitched into a different stitch. But it worked out just perfectly all the way around. So I quite like that border. I've done it a few times, just kind of coming up with the idea. So it's nice and scallopy without being overly shell. And so all I have to do now is sew in my multitude of ends, and it's all done. So thank you so much for watching. If this has a name already, then please let me know. If not, watch out for the border naming competition, which I'll be doing fairly soon. So if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you all again soon on the next one. Thanks very much for watching. Bye for now.